Are we ready?
Yes.
Fantastic. Give me a P, E, A, R, L, and that is Pearl.
Designed to recognize performance and excellence from quoted companies in the Nigerian capital markets, the Pearl Awards Nite marked its 30th anniversary in Lagos. It brought together elder statesmen, policymakers, the political leaders, corporate leaders, market operators, and investors to witness the theme of the event, celebrating a legacy of corporate excellence. The Chairman, Board of Governors Pearl Awards, the President and CEO of Pearl Awards, and the Chairman of the Pearl Awards 30th Anniversary Night event, in their separate remarks, highlighted the value of the awards to the Nigerian capital market and economy.
This award, as you will hear from the CEO, is highly professional, is based on recognized and qualitative indices, and for each sector, we have a company that has won the award. We thank all the companies that have been supportive. More especially this year, we have now signed a memorandum of understanding with First Bank. First Bank has supported Pearl Awards for 3 years in the past, and also now they have again agreed for the next 3 years they will support us. So we are very grateful to them, and we value our association, and it shows how concerned they are in the development of the capital market.
The Pearl Awards is an acronym for Performance, Earnings, and Returns Leadership on the Nigerian capital market. It was founded in 1995 as a not-for-profit, non-partisan initiative. The mission has remained steadfast to honor publicly quoted companies on the Nigerian exchange that demonstrate outstanding operational performance, earnings growth, and shareholder returns. Over the years, the awards have earned the trust and endorsement of the Securities and Exchange Commission and other key market institutions, becoming a symbol of transparency, credibility, and merit-based recognition. From its humble beginning in 1995, Pearl Awards has grown to one of the most respected and enduring platforms in Nigeria. What makes the award unique is not just its longevity, but its credibility. Winners are not chosen by popularity or influence, but by data, empirical, verifiable, and transparent. Each award is based on a rigorous evaluation of companies' financial performance and stock market data, carefully reviewed by an independent technical committee of the board, and thereafter considered and approved by the full board of governors. This unwavering commitment to objectivity has made the Pearl Awards the gold standard for corporate recognition in Nigeria. Now, throughout those 30 years, the Pearl Awards have continued to provide a platform for the recognition of excellence in the capital markets. I would therefore like to specially appreciate those far-sighted persons who set up the Pearl Awards in 1995. I don't know whether any of them is here, any of them who in 1995, but I would like to thank them and to recognize them. By recognizing excellence in performance amongst capital market participants, these annual awards have contributed to the improvement of the capital market. The high standards and transparency of these awards have been widely recognized and accepted by capital market participants. And this is because the organizers have emphasized that the award winners are selected
on the basis of an empirically determined system based on verifiable quantitative data. So it's difficult to challenge it when they announce a winner. They also support it with quantifiable, verifiable data. Congratulations to the Pearl Awards.
It also featured Google messages and a review of the 2026 Nigeria Stock Market Annual Report.
Is essentially to recognize excellence, to recognize performance. And when Tayo spoke, he broke down the meaning of Pearl for us. And that's quite instructive. And I want to once again congratulate all the nominees. But I want to approach my conversation from a different perspective. Because while we are gathered here, celebrating performance, celebrating excellence, celebrating achievement, we must also look at how we are going to expand possibilities for achievement and success. And I want to speak from the perspective of someone that works in a subnational government. For all the successes recorded from the corporate world, they essentially ride the back of a governance system that works. And today, we're all witnesses to the challenges that we face in our country. We're all witnesses to struggle of subnational government and even federal government to revamp and expand the infrastructure. Without robust infrastructure, there is going to be a limit to which the corporate world cannot thrive. So I want to put a request across to the organizers and indeed the shakers and movers of the corporate world and stock market. One of the major challenges subnational governments face is access to development finance. For so long, we've not been able to separate quest for access for development finance from quest for access for commercial and investment finance. While investment and commercial finance can have its return on investment because it's essentially a creative venture, an investment venture, development finance most times are essentially not going to be able to return that cost. So that's why governments all over the world embark on such investments. But with a challenging economy, I'm asking and requesting that the capital market, that the corporate Lagos and the corporate Nigeria, with all the banks supporting this award and all the investment and finance houses, that we should work together to create a separate portfolio for development finance, a portfolio that will attract less and lower interest rates, that will make access to development finance less rigorous, and that will enable government at subnational level to drive and invest in infrastructure critically needed for businesses you do to thrive. Because if you are not able to do that, I can tell you there is almost so long and not too long that the successes you record will go. So I want to thank you and I want to request you not to treat this request with levity. God bless you all.
From Securities and Exchange Commission, our goal has always been to ensure our market is transparent, accountable, and fair. That automatically attracts investors in our market. Now, for what Pearl is doing today, it will spur market participants in terms of issuers to be transparent and accountable in their business and in their accounting as well. This automatically attracts investors.
The exchange has since metamorphosed into a multi-asset exchange, moving away from the stock exchange era. As a demutualized entity, we now have multi-assets that trade on our exchange, ranging from 147 listed companies, and we have over 102 FGM bonds. We have 4 derivatives that trade on our exchange. We have 12 ETFs, which is the second largest ETF in the continent. So the exchange is particularly delighted for this award because it recognizes corporates that operate within the Nigerian economy. And we're really key and tied into the aspiration of the federal government to achieving a $1 trillion economy. If you look at our GDP to market cap, it's clearly an indication that the exchange will be very critical in actualization of that dream. And that said, we're happy to be here and we'll continue to encourage corporates to act in the best interest of the shareholders and the stakeholders at large.
The NSMA 2026 is organized into 7 key sections, each section offering a clear lens on the market. The first section is economic landscape and market performance, pages 30 to 48. This section reviews global and domestic economic shifts, geopolitical risks, which we all know have been escalating in recent times, trade tensions, market volatility, diaspora investments, and foreign portfolio flows. It also explores the implications of Nigeria's rebased GDP for long-term growth. Regulatory, the second section is on regulatory and policy reforms, pages 56 to 69. Here, the focus is on the Investments and Securities Act, ISA 2025, financial sector recapitalization, and tax reforms, showing how these changes influence capital formation, investor behavior, and Nigeria's global competitiveness. Thirdly, the NSMA explores contemporary issues in pages 76 to 105. This section explores corporate governance gaps, ESG investing, green bonds, digital identity systems, e-dividends, market integrity, consolidation, and investor protection. And then we go to the fourth segment. The fourth segment talks about market development and innovation. You find that in pages 108 to 125. Looking ahead, it examines opportunities in agriculture, mining, and the creative industries. It also considers how artificial intelligence, blockchain, and fintech are transforming trading, risk management, and market infrastructure.
Highlights of the event was the launch and public presentation of the NSMA 2026 report, sectoral leadership awards, and market excellence awards. Enugu States government, Dr. Owen Omogiafo, president of the Transcorp Group, and BUA Foods Plc bagged the Public Sector Governance 2025 Pearl CEO of the Year and the overall Pearl Awards, respectively.
On behalf of Pearl Awards, we make this presentation to BUA PLC. The presentation is the highest award we are having today. And I think from what I heard from the president, this is the last award we are doing today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the overall highest award of the night goes to BUA Foods. Congratulations, the capo de tutti capo, the numero uno, number one and nothing else. This is your year. We wish you many more years of greatness. Congratulations.
The event was a collection of notable media and entertainment industry icons who featured as compares with colorful displays and music. Some of the winners, financial market leaders, and Mr. Orekoya, President and CEO of the Pearl Awards, speak further on the event and the direction it would take beyond 2026.
I dedicate this award to the entire management, the board, staff of all the NEM Group, and most especially, we want to congratulate Pearl Award for their 30th anniversary. and it's a success story. We thank God for that.
The Pearl Award has played an integral role in the development of the Nigerian capital market. First of all, by identifying and recognizing high-performing companies and high-performing individuals in the capital market by, in a way, highlighting the qualities that exemplify the standards that we aim to see in market operators, in companies that are on the exchange. And over time, this has shaped governance quality, has helped to improve governance quality, has helped to develop leaders, has helped to inspire those who would want to be leaders, in future, and on the whole has also provided a tool for operators and investors and decision makers by way of the annual report. So on the whole, I think that this has been a very, very important pillar in the development of the capital markets. And I laud the founder, the board, and the management of the Pearl Award for the incredible work they have been doing over the years.
We intend to continue to reinvigorate the process of the awards in line with current market realities, in line with global best practices. We intend to go continental with Pearl Awards by the grace of God. We also intend, as approved by the Board of Governors, to have another level of award for small and medium enterprises and eventually get listed on the capital markets.
Pearl Awards has demonstrated that with consistency, high values, credible criteria, and verifiable performance metrics, quoted companies in the capital market can be spurred to accelerate the development of the capital market and support the growth of the Nigerian economy.